Welcome to Business Friends, a podcast where we talk business, culture, and whatever else comes up. It is the official podcast for CoSpace. Yay! Right? Today's episode, as you can hear, is themed after the song Vivrant Thing by Q-Tip. And my business friends today have both built platforms that make you feel comfortable, powerful, and all the things in your own skin. So let's jump in. We have our first segment, which is my check-in with my business friends, because you got to check on your strong friends, y'all. Right. So we start off with what's on your spirit. So I'm going to start with you, Dr. Crystal. Hey. She's the founder of Viva Essentials. Hey. She took a personal family struggle with eczema and created an entire movement rooted in toxin-free skincare that actually works and is surrounded around holistic healing. So friend, what's on your spirit?
I think that what's on my spirit is really like a refocus for V.
Okay.
This is a whole shift, a new season where I believe it's a rebirth for V in a sense where we are going hard with impact this year. So it's like, you just have to get things in place. You have to shift some things around, and that's where we're at right now.
Okay, that's not a bad place to be. Yeah. I love that. I love that's on your spirit. So then we have my other business friend joining us today, Drea. Now, Drea is the visionary behind the Sultry Core. She took a leap and is now redefining the Pilates world. She teaches women how to take up space and reconnect with themselves and their sensuality. And she is known for that leg, but we're going to get into that later. So, Drea, friend, what's on your spirit?
So lately, what's been on my spirit is really about expansion.
Okay.
Like that. When it comes personally, how can I feel more? How can I think deeper, talk deeper? Like everything is about expanding and really honing in on my feelings and, just leaning into it. And definitely expanding in business. Like I always want to grow, I want to not just stay stuck in a box. I don't want to just be known as just the Pilates girl. I don't want to make it my whole personality, so I'm always thinking about how can I branch it off, get bigger, go to a wider audience. So definitely about expansion.
Ooh,
I like that.
I'm not mad at that.
I like that.
And it's crazy because you're still new into the business, but you've already reached that point where you have to keep growing.
No, let's do it.
Put
this on the gas.
I love it. I love it.
I like that.
So this is our check-in, but let me ask, how do you check in with yourself? Both of you are in the service industry, in the healing industry. So oftentimes you're checking in with your customers. You're literally healing people. How do you check in with you?
Honestly, I'll go first. Because I do it. Honestly, I do it. I make it such a daily practice. I'm talking about hour by hour. Even if I'm talking about I have to make a laugh, like I'll go looking for a joke just to like get some levity into my day. Yeah. I take time to like sit down and have food, in a way where I'm just sitting down and just focusing on that. I go to the park randomly. I keep a blanket in the car.
This is so on brand, and I love it.
You.
I love it. How
it's
about
all
you?
About it.
I've learned how to date myself.
Ooh.
Yeah, as a married woman and a mother, I've lost myself. And I even got lost in business. So I've gotten to a place to really learn me. Like, I've gotten to a new chapter of my age. In the 40s club. And I feel like I feel complete and I feel like I'm ready.
I love that.
Yeah. So I start in the morning with my skin professionals. Put on. Now I really do have like skin professionals in the morning. Like I'm putting on my products and I'm just like loving on myself. And then it goes forward from there.
I remember you did an activation here. Yeah. The skin affirmations. People were tearing up. People were like really. A lot of people said they've never said anything out loud positive about their skin before that activation.
Very true.
So that was really, I could see you doing skin professionals because of that activation. That was really dope.
Thank you.
That was really nice. I love that. And I feel like it was really healing for a lot of people, And earlier I mentioned that you both are healers. So are you actively healing yourself right now?
I think I am.
Yeah,
I think I am.
Definitely.
because I've stepped in, I'm a newbie in this entrepreneur world.
People would never believe that. Like, yeah.
I mean, I know I make it look good.
Hey.
But I
Make it
am
look
still a
easy.
newbie, you know, and so it brought up new insecurities within me. You know, I had to learn how to network. I had to learn how to put myself out there. And I thought I was confident, but it's a different type of confidence when you're talking in front of people and teaching people how to, you know, bringing them into something new that they've never been exposed to, you know, so I heal myself every day, you know, talking to myself, affirming myself, telling myself, you got this, you can do this.
You're not crazy.
You're not crazy, you know? So, and you're needed in the space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Dr. Crystal.
Yeah, I am healing myself every day. I heal myself, first of all, through prayer and supplication to the Lord. And then from there, it's just, I have to speak affirmations to myself every day and tell myself, the little girl inside myself, like, girl, you could do this. Like, what are you afraid of? Like, it's okay. You got this. So it's that affirmation that I'm learning as I'm learning to love myself more and more. Just speaking it over myself. Ooh, it feels so good.
I receive that. Because it's so easy to just like blink and be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Or look at all the things you have to do. And then it's like, well, hold on. Like,
let me take a second.
Let me take a second.
Especially like being in the business world, like you can get anxious.
Yeah, because you're always behind somehow.
Always.
Always.
And that's like a big thing for me. Like I've been in therapy for the longest, so we've always been working on anxiety, and I've learned like how to really like knock those triggers out.
I love that. I love that. You know, something else, especially as like Black women in business, is shrinking ourselves.
Yeah.
Another episode earlier, we talked about how like you'll be that chick, but you'll walk in a room like lowercase.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you catch, or do you ever catch yourself shrinking, and what do you do?
I do catch myself shrinking.
And you're a whole doctor out here, so that's wild.
I know, but I'm still a human. And I do find myself shrinking, and I just have to like check myself and be like, they have a birthday just like you have a birthday. They need to use the restroom just like you. So what is it about them that you're afraid of? Like, what makes you think that you're not on the same platform, or you can't be just as great? Like, you are great. So
You are.
yeah. Thank you.
You are.
You are great.
Thank you, Brand.
You are really great. I tell you this all the time.
You do.
Big boss, not the little one.
Yes. How about you, Drea? Do you catch yourself like shrinking?
I really feel like I have a really huge ego when it comes to myself. I think that I'm the baddest and the best at everything.
Yes, I love that.
I literally affirm myself all day long. It's not a mirror that I don't walk past and be like, hey girl, how you doing? You know, and it's just, it goes into that self-confidence and just building myself up. So if I found myself shrinking, I try to get myself out of it literally right away.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they put on their shoes and socks just like I do. You know, we're all human, and we're all dirty, just people just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. You know what's funny with the shrinking? Sometimes it's not a malicious thing. Sometimes we might shrink because the person next to you don't have nothing going on, right? So I remember I was at a networking event, and the speakers all had relationships with me, and they were like shouting me out like crazy. And I was just like, oh my God, like I loved it. And then the person next to me was like, yeah, I'm really trying, but I'm not big like you. And I was like, oh no, I'm trying too. Like it just so happens that I have individual relationships with these, and they're all speakers, so lucky me. But like, I'm trying too. Yeah. And in that moment, I caught myself because I was like, no, Joy, don't be trying to shrink because they ain't got nothing going on.
No, seriously.
And it's like, no disrespect to that person. Shout out to my neighbor at that event. But also it's like, yeah, I guess I am that chick. They said it. All of them said it, so they can't be wrong.
And sometimes you got to be the light. You know? You're that light that they need to see to like get them out of that.
Right. But my instinct was to be like, no, I ain't got nothing going like you ain't got nothing. And it's like, no, we're going to stop doing that.
Yeah, we're not for the little boy ourselves, because we're not doing that. People do that all the time, and it's so important in the little words that you say. Oh, I got this little thing going on. I got big
shit going on.
Like,
it's worth the power.
It's power.
It's the truth.
I find myself doing that too, where you just try to empathize with other individuals, and it's like, hold on, girl. No.
Right. And it's so easy because you see them, they're looking like they just don't have it, and you want them to know, like, I don't have it either. You could do it too. But then
That's a nasty energy and it's contagious, and I won't be a part of
And you're
it.
allergic.
I'm allergic. Like Dom say, I'm
Like Dom
allergic.
Hey, shout out to Dom.
No,
Girl, come sit with me.
seriously.
She got so many allergies.
She's
and we are
allergic
so
to
concerned.
everything.
She's allergic to everything. I love it. I love it. So let's move into the next segment, which is the Culture Corner. Yay! So this is a time for us to talk about business and just news and anything that's happening outside of our businesses, but everything always comes back to the business, right?
Right.
So I'm going to kick it off because I saw an article when I was doing like my little notes for this episode that mentioned traditional wellness is dying and that people are no longer trusting the white coat, but instead they are really leaning into other sources of wellness.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the comments in this article, or actually the writer of the article, instead of blaming the white coats for failing people and making people no longer trust them, they instead called out repeatedly disruptors like y'all and said that it's like, you guys are the reason that the white coats are losing and traditional medicine's dying. And so would you guys identify as disruptors? How do you feel about that?
Take it.
Yeah?
I would take it because, I mean, I'm a doctor as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about being transparent. And a lot of times we are trained to believe that this is the way that it should be. Like in my genre, I guess you would say, we would think that with eczema, you just have to use steroids. But no,
That's what they tell us.
There's natural alternatives that helps with this. So I'll be disruptive. I'll take it. I will wear it.
I was cackling reading this article. I was like, oh, they're going to love this.
No, seriously. I'll take it on with my full chest because, okay, so the space that I'm in, when people typically think about Pilates, they think white, skinny, rich, and it's like, I'm the exact opposite of all that. Not the rich part, very rich.
Hey,
oh, no, you rich.
Right. Speaking.
Not the rich part. That's those words, talking on yourself. But I feel like I'm definitely a disruptor. Like, when I go to my classes, I don't care who's in the class. I don't care what's your background. We're going to listen to some Erykah Badu. We might listen to some Juvenile, if it calls for that. So I embrace it fully.
For real.
I like that. So y'all are disruptors. And I love that. I love that that you also wear the white coat, but you also have a whole nother line that is kind of the opposite, right?
Yeah,
where it's like you take that coat off and it's like, okay, y'all, you can heal yourself and I'm going to help you. And Dr. Crystal will be so humble, but like she has healed people. Like I watch my sister, right? Or the people that come here and buy these products religiously because they know that it's magic in the bottles, right? And it's care, it's love, and it's all things you can pronounce, right?
That's the important part.
You know exactly what's in these bottles.
Yeah.
I love refill day because she's literally whipping it up right here in front of you.
Yes.
Like there's no craze. She's not masked up. Like she's not.
No, it's natural.
It's all natural.
Yeah.
It makes such a difference.
Absolutely.
No, truly.
I love that. I love that. Because I definitely feel like there's been a massive shift in like what we look at as wellness. A couple of years ago, wellness meant something very different than what it means now. Wellness, mental wellness, physical wellness, even Pilates as a form of wellness, and not just a luxury thing that rich white ladies do, right?
I make it very accessible, even with the events that I put on.
Yes.
I try to be so intentional about not just making Pilates the center, but letting you know that you can heal in different forms. Like the event that we collaborated on, we activated Crystal, bringing in the body oils, speaking over yourself, literally affirming yourself. We brought in sound baths. It's different ways to incorporate healing. It
really
don't have to look like one thing.
It can look like how you want it to look like, right? So how do you balance this shift but still get your target audience? Like, how do you let your target audience know, like, hey, it's different now, you could come?
Honestly, by being
I
myself.
was just about to say that.
Yeah?
Just being
Just
myself.
leaning into the authenticity.
That's what everybody wants, though.
Yeah.
Like, we're in that era where we don't want the fakeness. Like, take off the mask and let me see the cuts. Let me see the
filters,
burns. Like,
no
let's be
nothing.
real.
Like, this is who I am, and I'm so glad that I have the ego that I have, and I think so highly of myself.
It helps.
It really does, because I don't shy away from anything. Like, when you go on my page, like, you see me working out, you see the rolls, you see the stretch marks. I don't shy away from anything because I look just like you. We're all the same people just trying to figure it out.
I feel like because you focus so much on making sure that we can see ourselves in you, that is like a whole nother form of marketing. It's a whole nother form of branding. It's like, I see you do it, so now I feel like I could do it, right?
Yeah,
It's the
truly.
trust. And
It's
that's
the
the main thing
trust.
that's like, I'm very transparent, just like my name, Crystal.
Ah,
So transparent. You know
That's
what you're going
funny.
to get. You absolutely know what you're going to get. And so I absolutely made sure that it was important for me to show myself in the brand. Like, this is what's natural. This is what you're going to get. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to show you the results. People are getting better. People
Yeah.
are healing naturally. And within weeks, like I've had customers who struggle with eczema for years. And within 2 weeks, they start to see changes in their
That's
skin.
amazing.
And it's like, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what you're doing. I'm like, I'm just using what I know best to help you. And it's what God has given us, all natural ingredients. You don't have to use a steroid, which eventually would mess with your blood vessels and start to cause scarring like it did my daughter, which is why I started to make the products. You know, like you can just use these natural products and you are going to see a difference and your body is going to appreciate it because your skin is the biggest organ. So it's important what you put inside of you and what you put on top of you.
And just to piggyback off of that just a little bit, we already have within us everything that we need, truly.
That's so
Especially
true.
when it comes to healing yourself naturally, how you speak to yourself, how do you think about things, your perspective about different things, your own power of touch. You know, I encourage for people to touch themselves. How does this feel? Find pleasure
People
within
don't do
yourself.
it.
When do you ever touch yourself?
Yeah.
And just be like, ooh, this feels good. And like, don't be shy about it because this feels good. So let them know.
So a lot of our viewers are business owners, right? So I want to talk a little bit of strategy because I feel like a lot of people are in this like Hydra Floss mentality, and both of y'all are the opposite of that. So how do you, as a business owner, kind of like present yourself, but also still put yourself in a way where it's attractive to people who don't know you, who you want to be your customer?
That's a good question.
It's a struggle because you want to show the bright and the best version of you.
Yeah.
But you also, both of you do a really good job of showing people like, here's the struggle, here's the unpretty side. And it seems to work.
For me, I would, again, going back to being authentic, I like aesthetic things. So
You
I
do?
like
You
I
do?
like things to look cohesive and like look it nice, and I like to feel good in the eyes and everything, feel good in the body. So it's all about a feeling for me. About how does this feel? How does it look? You know, and I think that what attracts new people, but also still speaks to people who already know me.
It's a delicate balance.
It really is.
Yeah. I think it's for me it's the transparency as well as the results. Like that's all I can do is the proof is in the pudding. I have to show you like this works and stop using these chemicals. You're hurting yourself. You really are. We're hurting ourselves. Like we're in a time where like the food is not even real.
Right.
So it's like you're consuming food that's not real on top of putting products on top of you that's harming you.
Yeah.
But, like cancer rates and everything is crazy now.
But people don't know any better.
Yeah, they don't.
You know?
It's all about education. I do
Yeah.
a lot of it. I love to teach.
You really do.
I really love to teach. So I'm always for educating people.
Truly.
And so we talk about Viva Essentials a lot because we all are customers and believers. But you're also a whole chiropractor as well.
I am.
So we say Dr. Crystal, she's not like Dr. Dre, y'all. Like she is an actual doctor.
A real doctor.
But one thing that I noticed, because you would see people here, you connect both services. So you do the chiropractic care, but then you also kind of leverage Viva Essentials too. So like a lot of us are multiple business owners, and a lot of people watching this have businesses that they don't know how to connect.
Yeah.
So how do you connect two things that seemingly don't go together, but you do it really well?
Because they're all in the same field. It's all holistic care.
Okay.
So it starts from the inside, like with your spine. We don't realize that the stresses that we go through affects our body. So if we're out of whack in our spine, is going to affect us internally. And then if we're putting things on top of our skin that's not good, then it's going to affect us as well. So we can knock both of them things out holistically and naturally and just let our body do what it's designed to do, which is heal itself.
Yeah. It's going to do it.
It's going to do it. That's
So-
how I brought the two together.
What would you say to a person watching this who has two businesses that they just don't want to look like they got too much going on? Because I hear that a lot from when I do business consultations. but you're doing it. So what would you say to that person who's watching who just doesn't know how to connect their two businesses?
I say go back to the drawing board, like really like sit down and analyze your businesses and see exactly what it is that you bring to it. Because even though they may be two different niches, you're the face of it. So what is it that you can bring within yourself that can connect the two?
I like that.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot too, right? Because so many people, I do business consultations, and that's a big thing that I hear is people say, well, these two things don't really make sense. So I don't want people to think I'm all over the place. And I'm always like, you got to find a way, because why do the same job twice? Like connect them and advertise you in both of your things. And I feel like you do a really good job of doing that.
Oh, thank you, Frank.
Yes.
Amazing.
So both of you have jumped from working for other people and kind of did your thing, right? So when did you realize that like it was time? I always ask that question because for business owners, that's such a pivotal moment. If you wait too late, you might miss something, right?
Sure.
If you do it too soon, that could be other challenges. So when did you know that it was time?
Can I just be transparent?
Always. You always are.
Please do. It was one day I walked in. I used to work for the post office for 10 years overnight. Yeah, I know. A real ghetto. The benefits was there, but the mental health was
not
lacking. And I went there one day and I don't think I was there 5 minutes. And I said, I don't want to come back here. I don't want to come back here. And I walked right back out, because before that, I had been feeling like it was like all going through these turnstiles. We clocking in at this time clock. It just felt like slavery. And I was just like, I didn't like the feeling that I had. So I was just like, that last day, I just left without no plan. I don't suggest this. I don't suggest this to nobody.
You just knew you had to get out of there.
My spirit wasn't in line anymore. And I just knew that because I knew I wanted to be there for my baby and pick her up and be there for her on the evenings, because I had the right intentions doing it, I was gonna be all right. I ain't missed no meals yet. So.
Hey. and Mini Drea ain't missed no meals yet. Yes.
No.
She's a very happy, right. She's a very happy child.
So it wasn't no feeling. I mean, it wasn't like a spotlight moment where something happened. It was just, I just couldn't do it anymore.
You ran.
You
ran away. Amen. Amen. How about you?
For me, Viv was born when I was working in a toxic environment. And it was really my husband that pushed it. Not really. It was my husband who pushed it.
We love her husband, y'all.
Thank God for him.
We love her husband, y'all. We love her husband. Yes.
Yeah, he saw the changes, like how it was affecting my skin and my children's skin. And he's like, there's so many people out there that's struggling. Like, you got to do this. And I was fighting him for like a whole 2-3 years. And he was so persistent. I love him so much because he always pushes me. He sees it within me. He's like, you got this, like, you got to do it. And so I was like, okay, we did it.
That's amazing.
And then there was as far as the chiropractor side, I was forced to, there was a release there. And I just was forced to just step out on faith. And I did it for 6 months, and it was work, but it was the best experience I've ever had. Like, it was amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you were pushed out and pushed up, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
And two different timings, so to speak, but you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a positive story because at the end of the day, both of these businesses are working and surviving and growing. And you ain't missed no meals yet either?
Not at all.
No.
You need to lose some, though.
No.
Cut it out.
I love that. Do you feel like it was a risk that paid off?
Absolutely.
I truly believe that.
Absolutely.
Truly. Because again, I tell people all this time, this was not on my bingo card at all. Like, this started 6 months ago, like really just out of nowhere, but I just kept putting one foot in front of the other, and it really just built itself.
Yeah.
Truly. Just me stepping out on faith, meeting new people, and just...
That's how we met.
Yes.
She did a Pilates session in the park with my sister, and they walked over to Juice to Find. Shout out to Juice to Find.
Yes.
And I happened to be there when you were there. And we were talking about the juice and everything. And then Ash was telling me how that was one of her best Pilates practices she's ever done. And she was like, you got to find a reason to bring Drea to CoSpace.
I don't mean to cut you off, but let me tell the real story. I was still training, okay?
Oh, wow.
I was still training
No
to
one
be...
knew you were still training. We thought you...
No, and then from the first time that Joy heard me say Pilates, she was like, we locked in. Like, we doing this, and it's just very...
And you can't get rid of me.
No, not at all.
I don't want to.
Not at all.
I love that. But let me tell you, I remember I did reach out to you. Like, so when you come in, when you
like,
have
can
your
we have a
day,
date? Like, what's the date?
and you were like, I'm still in training, but I will reach out when the time is right. And you sure did. And her first session, her first Mindful Monday, it sold out. We had to get it. We had to do the overflow, and it was amazing. And I was so proud because I practiced with you that day, and I was like, "This is amazing." It was like you got it.
It was magical. Truly
dope.
It was magical.
Really dope.
Yeah. And I remember your first time when we met.
Yes.
I think that was your first time doing a tabling event.
It was.
And once you told me, we were determined. We're like, hey, everybody buy something so she could pack as little as possible.
Really did.
And people did.
They did. And for me, it's every time someone comes up to me and they're like, oh my gosh, girl, your products, whether it's on Instagram or they see me in person, they're like, your products, you understand how much they really help me.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me going.
Yeah. I always tell, I would say V. Your name is V.
My name is V.
I always tell Dr. Crystal that her only goal is to get people to swipe.
That's
Once
it.
they do that first swipe on their hand, they locked in.
That's how I was.
They are locked in.
Because it's in the bathroom. I washed my hands and I said, what is this? Because I didn't even know you at the time. I mean, when I first met you, I said, are you Viv?
Yeah. So many people, because her products are in the bathroom here at CoSpace. So if you're at CoSpace and you ask, why this soap smells so good? What is this lotion? It is Viv Essentials, and we sell it here too. And so many people will come up from the bathroom and say, what is this? And then we just point them to the wall and they're locked in.
That's how I was told.
And I'll never forget, there was someone who, I can't remember who the young lady was, but I remember she said, like, your washes make me feel happy. Like when I smell the watermelon splash, like it makes me feel happy. So
I love that.
That was the first, and it sticks with me. I love that.
I love that.
I like to make
it made me feel happy
happy
too, because that's my favorite scent.
Yeah.
By the way.
I am a cocoa vanilla girl.
Yes.
The problem is all of y'all are cocoa vanilla girls too now. And I be fighting for my life to get my cocoa vanilla before y'all do. So thanks for that.
But they can make their own when they come to the body butter workshops we have.
Yeah.
You can customize and make your own fragrance body butters. And I love those. Those are like so much fun.
Those are so much fun.
So much fun. Like it's a whole vibe.
Because it's not just a body butter. It's like a whole experience.
It is. It
it's
really
a vibe.
is. I just want it to be fun. Like I'm not sitting here, okay, first you're going to do this. And no, like let's have fun.
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
It's
and
a really
everyone's
good
like
time.
at the end, like, girl, you got this. This was fun. But I'm going to leave it to you to make this body butter.
That's true. That's true. That's true. We don't want to make our own body butter.
I'm just here for the vibe.
Yeah. It's a fun experience. It's all cute and all, but
yeah, no.
Not doing that again. The class, yes. Nah. Your job is safe, friend, because we're not doing it.
No, for real. I'm so good.
I love that. So let's move on to our next segment of the show, which is the group chat. Yay! And it's super cute because as business friends, we actually are in a group chat, which I enjoy. But this segment is all about just the conversations that you can only have with your business friends. So let's jump all around. But I'll start with you, Dr. Crystal.
Okay.
So I mentioned earlier, you're a chiropractor. You are an actual doctor.
Yes.
How did that medical background help you develop Viv Essentials with the skincare?
So my mom is a pediatrician. I come from a family of doctors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't know that either.
You be so humble.
Right?
I'm telling you. Tell me more.
it doesn't matter. You know, I don't boast about anything. So I grew up with only knowing Western medicine. It wasn't until I went to chiropractic school and even like my whole story going to chiropractic school was crazy. I really just was like, let's just try it. I knew nothing about it. But, and so when I was in chiropractic school, that's when I started to see a whole nother aspect. I didn't know anything about holistic care at all. So going into the holistic care is what, got me to learn more about it. And I've started to see changes, and I'm like learning more and seeing just how great it is, how I felt different. I didn't have to rely on any vaccines. I didn't have to, no shade to the vaccines, but I didn't, I didn't have to rely on it. I could use this instead and I get the same results, and it doesn't have any side effects to my body.
Yes.
So that's really how I tapped into it. I just started to dig more into it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm always curious because it's like you have the actual medical knowledge, but then you really started this just for your own family. You did not intend to create a whole brand.
Not at all.
But now you have, and people are like swearing by it. I've seen it myself. I know that what you're doing is like, you're doing it.
Yeah, big time.
Big time. Big time. So, Drea, earlier I mentioned the leg. We do it for the leg.
Yes, that leg.
The leg. If you're not familiar with the leg, then you are missing out, friend. You need to go to her Instagram after this episode. Go to her Instagram and you will see the leg, and you will see why it's all of our favorite thing. But like the leg is like the sultriness. Like you truly are marketing sultriness. So how have you made that your brand, and like how do you, in a sense, market sultriness, but it's its own lane?
For me, it's just about embodying who I am naturally. Like I love like deep things. Like nothing is light with me. So of course I couldn't just do Pilates. I love self-care. I love self-confidence. I love these things. Like, so I just found a way to like bring it all together. So of course, when we're doing Pilates, we're not just gonna do Pilates. No, girl, we're gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you, how does this feel in your hips? Like, think about how does this feel in your body?
Yeah.
And so I just have no problem just putting it all together. I mean, it's just who I am naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally walk around just asking people, what you did for yourself today? How did you take care of yourself today? How are you pouring into yourself? Because it's important. It's literally a part of our health. And I think a lot of people don't really take it into as important as everything else.
They don't. So was this like a strategic thing? Did you sit down and you were like, I'm going to show this leg, I'm gonna make everybody. No, but seriously, like, was this a strategic thing as a business owner? Did you really sit down and say, like, I know that this is gonna make people interested enough to come to a class?
The leg kind of took a life of its own, to be honest with you, because it's just one of the things that I always incorporate into every sultry session. It's called the sexy leg.
The sexy leg.
And so
we love the leg.
It just looks so good, and every time people only talked about it. So it's like, it just become a staple at this point. So now it is. So now it has become a strategic part because it looks good and it feels good,
Yeah, it's definitely, it felt strategic because it is naturally who you are. And it is a part of the class. But to me, it's like, there's no way this accidentally happened. Like, you had to know it was going to be a banger.
I kind of heard it. Kind of.
I love that.
I mean, because even before we do it, I'd be like, all right, y'all, it's sexy leg time.
Hey, everyone get your phone out, get ready.
So I guess it has taken on a life of itself.
Yeah. I wonder how many people come to the class and be like, with a leg.
No,
I'm here for the leg.
It's so funny. Lou Tactical on Instagram.
Shout out to Lou.
Lou.
We love Lou. Right? We love Lou.
She came to one of my reformer classes. I teach reformer Pilates in the studio. And she said, I'm only here for the leg. I'm like, girl, we do not do that in here. I'm like, girl, we not doing that.
You can't tell Lou no, though. You gotta make it work.
That's the first thing she said when she walked through the door. And she was like, okay, I'll do something else. But that's what I'm here for.
I love it.
She's so funny.
That. She really is.
So you both are moms. You're a mom too. Yay! So I feel like the mom life is a whole thing, right?
Yes, it is.
And then you also have the business where that is your other child, right?
Yep.
So how do you balance your checking in for yourself, being a mom, having a business, and then you're in the largest industry, which is the wellness industry. So like, how do you feel like you're balancing all of these things? Do you feel like you do a good job balancing all these things?
I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah?
I really am. I think that I just really just go with the flow. I see my children will make it known. I got a teenager and an almost teenager, and they're like, "You don't spend any time with us, Mom. You're always doing something." So I'll make sure that I would sit and plan, like, okay, this weekend we're gonna do this. Like, a great experience for us was when we did the Eat Well exchange in the Dunn's farm.
Yes.
with
Oh
Chef
yeah, I
Chris.
saw
Yes.
you.
Oh my gosh, that like they are still talking about it. So it's just like making sure that I am intentional with having little experiences with them as well. Because sometimes I can get overwhelmed with work.
Yeah, we get so we get so
Yeah.
like zoomed in.
Yeah.
And you know, I would say both of your kids are teenagers, right? And they actually like their mom, y'all.
Yeah.
It is so, I don't want to say weird, but it's so like unexpected because it's
Yeah.
like most kids want to be as far from their parents when they become teenagers. And who was the I think it was the younger one that was here that day.
My daughter, yeah.
Yes. And like she was like, oh, we like she knew the products, she's side by side. Like
Yeah.
you would thought it was your homegirl.
I know.
And I loved it. She stayed the whole time. She did not complain. She was working. Y'all were laughing. Y'all took some selfies.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just like, I was like, you know, it was just so cute. So like, how do you do that? Like they are a part of the business, but they still seem like normal, adjusted kids, but they actually want to be a part of this.
Yeah, I showed like at home we're working together, and I'm like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. So I need y'all. I got an order of 100. I need y'all to wash these. Like they're
in there.
included in it. Yeah, absolutely. And I asked for my daughter's input. I asked for my son's input. Like it's important to make them understand the process of being a business owner, so that they can see if mom can do it, I can do it. Yeah, and that's why.
Hey, your daughter could do it.
No, for real.
She's a natural
She
leader.
can do it.
Yeah.
She is a leader. She knows the business.
Yeah, she does.
I love that. How about you, Drea? Do you feel like you balance all of these things?
Yeah, I've learned how to. You know, it taught me better time management, you know, organization, same thing. I had to plan out, okay, this is time just for business, this is time just for motherhood, and this is time just for everything else, you know, just to take care of myself. And I had to learn how to include her. I had to put her on the payroll.
I love it.
I brought her to one of the events that I had to go to, you know, a networking event, and she was recording content for me, you know.
And she's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I know she'd be looking at me like, here go this lady again. Because I'm just like, you are so adorable. Come here. You know, but yeah.
No, but I incorporated her in, and again, so showing her like this is what it takes for us to get here. This is what the work that needs to be done. And I think with them being involved in it, it just gives them a deeper appreciation of what you do. And you know, you're not just out here just playing around, or I'm not just not with you, just I don't want to be with you. You know, I'm building something. We're building something.
Yeah.
You know,
Aww, that's so sweet.
What about you, Joy?
You know,
you make it look so easy.
Do I?
1,000
You
jobs.
do.
No,
Gas
for
me
real.
up. Gas me up. You know, it's funny. The other day, EJ came to CoSpace. Sorry about that if you were here that day. But yeah, right. I love it. But you know, I feel like I try to incorporate him. You know, that's my little homie. You know, but it's so like I care so much about the energy here that I'm like, EJ, please, like please. But then I also know that he wants to hang out with mommy, right?
Yeah, sure.
And I know that he is a very secure man. Like he is a secure little gentleman. So he knows what he likes. He knows what he don't like. He knows what he wants. And I don't want to stifle that. Is it inconvenient? Yes. Right? To have a little kid that asks you questions and don't just blindly follow. But a lot of kids are easier to abuse because they've been trained to just blindly accept things from authority. So I'm really okay with him asking me questions. But like I say, it's not the most fun. But I'm like, EJ, I need you to go in that room because people are working, you make a noise. And he's like, well, tell me why, because they make a noise too.
Yeah.
Right? And like, if I was a kid saying that to my mom, you know, right. It would not go well.
Yeah.
But in separate me, I'm like, well, let me explain why.
Yeah.
You know,
I love that.
it's not fun, but as a mom, that's how I balance things. It's like I always treat him with respect.
Yeah.
And I always make sure that he feels like he can come to CoSpace. He can be a part of it, vibe check. You know, but he tries. He tries.
No,
He's like a nice little guest.
He walks in and he's like, "This is home."
Yeah, the little shoes come off.
Yes.
But that just goes to show you how comfortable you made him feel.
Yeah.
Like this is his home. This is his second home.
Yeah. I like that. Thank you. Yeah, I be trying. And it's funny because like wife life, right? We have the mom life, we have the wife life. And it's like we have all these different elements of ourselves that we have to like shuffle. right? And it is hard. You want to spend time with your husband too. You want to give them the attention that they deserve.
Yeah.
You want to keep this business going. You want to keep yourself going. You want to look there. You want to be there for your kids, and you only have so many. You only have so many hours in the day, and you only have so much energy to do all these things,
Very
right?
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't relate. I'm not a married woman. But the dating life, I mean, because that's something in itself. I have to
That's
make
work.
room for that too.
You do.
You know, especially with the space that I'm taking up is like sensual, and people don't really know the difference between sensual and sexuality.
They don't.
And so sometimes I have to educate people a lot on like,
On dates.
listen, it ain't that type of party. You know,
Right.
I'm a lady.
Right.
You know, come
Right.
correct.
Come correct.
No, seriously. So it's a thing. It's a thing, and I have to learn how to balance that too and make time for me.
Yes,
Mhm.
I like that. So, you know, in your industry, in the wellness industry, it really thrives by keeping people insecure, right? Like we think about you're too big, you need to get smaller, right? You don't look good, you need to put this on, right? Like that is a big form of marketing in this industry, is making people feel lesser than, so they will continue to be your customer.
Yeah.
And both of you do the opposite.
Yeah.
So do you ever feel like it's going to hurt your business down the line if everyone don't have eczema no more? What happens, right?
Yeah, no, because the products is not just for eczema.
Right,
Like,
right. That's true.
But no, it's like, no, I don't, because I know that I'm a cool person. I'm going to be very transparent. And if you start to love me and you love the products, like, you're going to always want to come back.
Yes. And you keep making new products.
I do.
I love that.
I do.
Let me tell you, the butter stick
Yes.
lives in my purse because it doesn't melt. I don't know how you did that, but it doesn't melt. So you can carry it with you and it will not melt.
Yeah.
And then I think, okay, you done it now. We got everything covered. And then I saw my sister with the oil, and I was like, "What's that?" And I was like,
oil.
"Viv, I need this oil." And you hadn't even started selling it yet. I think you actually had a sample or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well." Right. But it's like you keep reinventing the wheel, and I love that.
Yeah, because it just comes to me, and there's like a few more that's about to come out. Like it just keeps
I'm
coming.
just a genius. Like I just can't help
I love it.
Like
I love it.
it's just
I just
it's
see
just
a
endless.
need. It's like a lot of it starts with what I see that I need, and I'm like, well, if I need it, there's other people that need this as well. And then people give their suggestions as well, so that helps too. But it keeps coming.
I love that.
I love that too.
So, Drea, do you ever feel like you're creating a pipeline that will make you obsolete because you're like getting people,
Absolutely not, because the goal is not to get smaller. The goal is to feel good and to feel better. And the more you fall in love with yourself, the more you're going to do more for yourself, and to do more and be more.
And keep coming back and keep doing it.
I think it's the exact opposite. The more that people grow and to love themselves, the bigger community that we're going to have. And, you touch other people.
I love it.
Impact.
Impact is all about impact.
Yeah.
So what was like a brand defining moment for you? Have you had that moment yet where someone recognized you, or just what was that moment where you realized like, okay, this is a real business and now I got to keep doing it?
What was that moment?
I know you've had it.
I know I definitely have. I think it was me just going, I went into an event. Everybody was like, Viv, it's Viv. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Hey,
I love that you're Viv Essentials.
No, seriously, that is your name.
And we know, the crazy part is we know it's not her name, but we still call her Viv.
Literally, everybody calls me. At first, it was like a little weird, but I'm like, no, it's me. I mean, I am Viv. But yeah, that was the moment. Like when everybody was like, hey, girl. And I'm like, oh my God.
And these are people you had not met before.
No.
That's
I love
cool.
that.
They're like, I've seen you on Instagram. Like, your page is amazing. I'm like, oh, thank you.
I love it. That's a good moment as a business owner. I remember one time I was dropping my son off at daycare, and one of the moms was like, "Co-Space," and I was like, "Yes, I am Co-Space." And then she asked to take a picture with me.
Oh my God!
I was like, I could not believe you took a picture with me. It was so crazy. And it's funny because like I have other business friends that are a little bit more private. So when people identify them, they are a little like, and not me. I'm like, yo, let's go. You know, take a video. Let's make a reel. You know, so for me, it's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna make a reel with you
every time.
But I, for me, that was definitely like a grand defining moment of like, oh, y'all know who I am, and I don't know you. How about you, Drea?
For me, I think it was one of your business friends, Place of Aroma.
Carol, shout out to Carol.
I remember I was here co-working and I was so happy to see her because I'm like, oh, it's Place of Aroma. And I was like, hey girl, hey. I said, and I was trying to introduce myself. She was like, oh, I already know who you are.
I love it.
And I was like, period. So that was really big for me because it's like I look up to her and it's like these big brands, they see me and I'm like, okay, I'm making some type of impact out here. So that felt good to me. I was like, okay, I'm doing my job.
Yes, you are.
I'm doing my job.
You are. And you know, as relatively new businesses, that moment is so important because it lets you know like people know who you are. Your marketing is reaching somebody, right? So like, how do you think that you got there? Because that's what other business owners always want to know. It's like, how do I get engagement? How do I get people to know who I am, to know who I exist? So how y'all did it?
Being consistent. Doing it when you don't feel like doing it.
That's it.
I mean, who wants to, okay, maybe I do. But I like going out. I like meeting people. I like networking.
You really do. You really do.
I enjoy it so much. And sometimes it does make me nervous. But at the same time, I know you just never know who you're going to meet and what's going to take you to that next step. So honestly, it's just putting yourself out there, being consistent, and again, doing it when you don't feel like it.
100%. Because that's the space that I'm definitely in now. I took a little hiatus because I was starting to get that burnout.
Yeah.
And so now, you know, you can get so comfortable in that. But, you know, it's the environment and people that pushes you. You have good business friends that push you, you know, to like, girl, no, you ain't stopping.
You got to keep going now.
I'm like, oh no, these bottles got to get filled and get out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really 100% just being consistent, boots on the ground, meeting people, putting your face out there, getting your brand out there. That's what it is.
Having business friends, because we get it. We get it. Because if I talk to one of my regular friends who don't have a business, no shade to them, but they just don't get it. They're going to tell me just relax. Oh, just
I always say that.
I'm like,
non-business owners always want you to rest. They will always tell you, you got to rest.
Yeah.
You can't burn the candle on both ends. It's like, I have to actually.
No, seriously, I really do.
I got one of the special double end. Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to add another end to burn it. Like,
no, seriously.
They don't understand. And it's like, they mean well, but your business friend will never tell you to rest.
Yeah.
No,
we actually going to give you more work.
Yeah. No, seriously.
It's true.
So, I mean, I enjoy it so much. And I think that's why I enjoy being in spaces like the co-space, because it's nothing but entrepreneurs and people who get it and understand the grind that it takes.
Yeah.
And then you see other people who's at the level that maybe you want to be at, and you see what they're doing. That's how I met you. And that's why I fell in love with Crystal, to be honest. Crystal don't play. She puts in hours and hours and hours. And I'm like, I'm addicted to that. Like, I love to see that. And it just make me want to go harder. Like, because I see what her brand is. That's what it takes. Okay, let's do it.
And I love that you guys collabed. And you know, I'm a person who loves telling people to collab. I love introducing people for the sake of them collabing.
Yes.
It is so important. So how has collabs helped you with like grow your business, meet new people, all of that?
Yeah. It's all of the above. Yeah,
really all of it.
Meet new people. And my audience may not know her audience and vice versa. So as we start to collaborate, they start to see, I've been looking for a brand. Like I collab with Carol, and like she was telling me, like people didn't know or people wanted fragrances for their skin. And I would tell them, like, that's not what I do. But now it's a collaboration. Her audience gets to see it and our audience gets to see it. So it's like, it helps a lot.
It really does.
Yeah.
No, same here. Like, I didn't know. I didn't think I was a people person until I really did. I was like, no,
why would you
I
say
just want
that?
to work by myself. I just want to do this my own. Like, I'm just going to do it all. But it's just like, no, don't be like that. You know, sometimes you got to expand. And it's really not good for growth, you know, keeping everything to yourself.
Right, because you can't do it all.
You can't do it all. And it's been fun collaborating with people. I've had great collaborations.
You've collabed with a lot of people,
Yes,
and I love it.
Mhm.
I love it.
No, seriously. So get some friends and collab with them.
And share, like, just stop, I feel like as Black people, we're so used to like just keeping things to ourselves. But we start to see as you start to expand and you start to meet different people, like it brings something out of you.
Yeah. No,
and
it
it's
does.
okay to love on people. It's okay to share, like, girl, learn from my mistakes. Like I'm one, if you come to me, I'm gonna tell you, like, don't do this because I learned it didn't work. So it's cool to have that collaboration.
It's so important.
It is.
And it's funny because I feel like as Black people, we are communal people.
Yes.
But somewhere along the lines, we stop being the people who we are.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're returning back to being people who are collaborative and who are community focused and who are sharing resources.
Yeah.
This is who we are.
Yeah.
So I love seeing the resurgence of this because it's a game changer for businesses, especially ones like CoSpace and Social Core and Viva Essentials. Like, just that community keeps us going.
Absolutely.
No, truly. And then we're all looking for the same thing. Like,
that part.
Of course, anybody who's willing to get themselves right physically, of course, they're going to want to get themselves right with their skin.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it only makes sense.
Right. And they wouldn't know that this could be one community, but it totally is. I love that. So I feel like self-love and care is not just like a mood, but it's a business plan when you do it right, right? So if you are a business owner who's struggling to find a place in any industry that makes you feel like you belong here and you can make it your own and create a space for others to feel good too, I know this episode was helpful. Thank you to my business friends. So I know we spoke a lot about your brand, so I want to make sure people know how to find you. So Dr. Crystal, tell us about Viva Essentials and like how can we follow up and check out the products and the chiropractic care.
Absolutely. So you can find us on Instagram and on Facebook. We're VIV Essential Skincare. You can find our dope products on our website, which is vivbody.com. And we're helping you just live comfortably in your skin. We have so many events. If you're not in South Florida, like come down to South Florida and check out these bodybuilder workshops because they are a whole vibe. Like you get to make your own products and customize it, and you learn more about your skin and learn what ingredients work well with your skin. So, yeah.
I love it. So Drea, tell us, how can we find you, the leg, all of it, right?
So definitely to see all my shenanigans, catch me on my Instagram at the Sultry Core. And that's where you'll find me. I post my schedule weekly, so you can always find me whether you want to take a mat class or just want to do a reformer class. I got you, girl.
Yeah.
Or guy. Because men do Pilates too.
That's right.
Men do Pilates too. So definitely come check me out and come get this work, girl.
Yes. Thank you, business friends, for saying yes and pulling up to my podcast and joining this episode today. The theme is Vivrant Thing. And I feel like when I was writing out my episodes, I was like, I have to have y'all. And I knew that it's like, even though on paper, you're not in the same industry. Like you both are making people vibrant and happy and just like comfortable in their skin again. So
I love that.
Right? So I think it's so important as business owners to understand that making people feel how you want them to feel is a whole strategic plan. So tap in and whatever industry you're in, find a way to really connect with how you make your clients feel, and you got a client for life. So definitely. Thank you, business friends. And thank you for watching. And of course, shout out to our podcast engineer, Gil.
Hey.
We love us some Gil, who is very demure and very mindful. Thanks for watching, guys. As I always say, every business owner needs business friends. And if you don't have any, well, I hope you enjoy borrowing mine. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.